Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Towsty and thank you for joining me here on another episode of InfinityLabs Season 2, hanging out on our Resident Rise-ish inspired server thing pack and get a couple things in mind for today. It's been a few days since I've been able to record, so I'm excited to be back. Last episode we ended up doing some calculator work, and the flawless calculator is what we made, and it crashed the server. And so I wasn't really able to show off what it did per se. I also discovered last episode that if you look at my frames here, in this area of my base, I was getting like 10. And 36 is actually extremely low for an average for right now, but is way better than it used to be. So something in my base is causing a lot of frame rate issues. If you guys have played with similar packs and have used similar blocks and similar setups or anything of the nature and have a guess, throw it down in the comments because it's been driving people and myself insane. So, anywho, so yeah, that's happening. The flawless calculator works now. We've gone ahead and updated calculator, and I can change all these fun settings. We got normal crafting. We just have a crafting grid. We got spawn grenade. This is actually quite awesome. You just right click. It uses some energy to create a grenade. And we're gonna come on over here. Where are we at? Come on, mobbies. Where the mobs at? What the? Oh, there's some sheep down there. We can... Look at that. I don't know if they actually drop any blocks, though. I haven't gone down below after I've killed things. Oh, they do. That's cool. So, yeah. So that's the grenade. Then we got Ender Pearl. If you just right click it, chucks out an Ender Pearl using some energy. You don't need to have them on your system or anything. And Home Teleport, if you right click, takes you to your home block. Now, that was weird. Like I said, we've gone ahead and updated a few things, but still having some frame issues. And the home teleport takes you to a stable stone. You got to right click the stable stone with the flawless calculator, and it sets you home in a way. Come up here. We've been doing some work on calculator, and basically what we've got going on is I've got another igneous extruder here that's putting cobblestone into this extraction chamber, which will very slowly sift it out for the possibility of stone, or like stone dust, and a circuit. A very small chance of getting a circuit. You guys hear that? Anywho, so a small chance of getting a circuit. Come over here, it analyzes the circuit, it can break it down into a few different things. Sometimes you get stuff from it, sometimes you don't. And when so this red is output, green is input. After it's analyzed, it doesn't go into the output, which is kind of annoying. So what I've got going on up here is this will take from the output and transfer into here where we've gotten some soil, and then this should take from the input slot and actually put the circuits in here. So this is all we got working so far. I don't actually know if this works, because I don't know if it'll decompile or whatever fast enough before the input slot pulls out. In order to make a calculator block have an output, you gotta right click it with the calculator wrench. Alright? Which is not that hard to make. So, this is what we're waiting on for our calculator progress to continue. In the meantime, you can see it's been quite a while, and we are filling up on some blocks and things. I got the storage module, which is pretty cool. Basically, backpack. And in the backpack, I have a personal shrinking device. Now, this is kind of interesting. Still going to be using this, and we're going to leave technical blocks and tools and things in there. So, personal shrinking device. I've taken our power generation, which I believe was causing some of the lag, and plopped it into a compact machine, which is pretty cool. If you look at the compact machine, you get this texture, or with a portable shrinking device, you get this like Game Boy-ish machine texture thing in your hand, which is pretty awesome. And now if you look at it, it also tells you what side you're looking at and what's going on with this machine. We have our induction casing, which as you can see is actually low on energy because when I moved everything in this weekend, I made a bit of a derp, and then I went away for the weekend. So this actually just slowly, it lasted the entire weekend from Friday early morning till Monday mid-morning. This still had power down to like here. Was still powering my quarry, was still powering everything that it's hooked up to fine. So this will actually last a long time as a backup battery. But instead of having all this queued up stuff, what we have right now is our wheat farms are going into right here. You can see they're going into a deep storage unit actually. Well, we've got a lot of wheat stored. A lot of wheat stored. And if we right click on this compact machine with our shrinking device, we go whoop, 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 inside of it. Now that we're inside, we see our new setup. What I forgot to do, I had everything set up a little differently than this, but I made a couple changes already since I've been back. But I had everything set up to do what I wanted to do, except I didn't have this gas tank, and I didn't have this pressurized tube actually pulling out of the rotary condensator, which you have to have it doing. Or I had it set wrong, I don't know. It wasn't pulling gas out, so the ethylene eventually ran out in all of our generators. Which is sad, Panda. However, we're back up and running, everything's going well, and we're inside this compact machine, which means all the lag is centralized in here. But since it's such a small, empty place, we still have lots of frames in here, which is real nice. But we're going to do some work today on not worrying about our frames too much. Or not necessarily that, but it's going to be a little byproduct of what we're working on today. Still, so we've got everything reset up over here. And then you can see these wall panels they're not harvestable at all by anything. You cannot break them. Right here though, there's this one with a little orange block in it. You can see them kind of around. If you look at them, you can see what side. Up interface, east, south, west interface. So it tells you what direction you're looking, and that's in relation to the real world. Well, on the compact machine interface, I have it hooked the deep storage unit getting piped in on the other side, wheat into here. So there's a little buffer in this block. So that's interfacing with the rest of the outside world. And then, come down here, same thing for power. What we've actually got coming in here is we're importing power here, and we're exporting power here. Now, you don't necessarily have to configure these as an automatic one, but there's a power buffer this way. What this is going to allow us to do is, if we come back out, whoop, 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 the import is powering all of our machines that create power. Does that make sense? By coming in from here, right? So this is the input. Down below we actually have, I don't have a way of showing it because I'm all the way down there, so let's just dig on down there. So we're coming out of here for power, and we're actually going back into the compact machine, which is powering all of our processing and ore generation, power generation. And then coming out of the compact machine and going into the induction matrix. So that's pretty cool. So I'm glad we got that figured out. We're about to run out of space, and I should probably do something about that, because if we come on down here, you can see that we are motoring along with the quarry, but we do still have a couple of rows of chunks to do, right? So probably this row, and this row, I'm guessing, of chunks left to do. Well, about half of this row, if that. So we do have a good amount to still dig. And instead of doing this, why don't we... Every once in a while it skips one because I've got a bit of network lag right now. Wrong dimension. Okay, I didn't know that. Good to know. Where's my uppity hole? There we go. So we still got a bit to dig, and I'm going to get some more storage space figured out. You got to do this before you run out of storage. Otherwise, you won't be able to use the auto crafter that easily. Or the crafting monitor that simply. There we go. So let's do some storage cells. I got storage housing, which was an accident. how many of these do we make? 20, and then let's go back to storage, see how many of the big ones we can pull off. I don't feel like doing the math right now and making stuff. Of course. Six, that'll do for now. So all you have to do is pair these up, and then let's get a drive. Poop. What the? Ooh, I don't know if I want to be using that for that. And drive. Perfect. So I'll plop you down here. Hopefully it doesn't have a channel freak out. 6 of them. Now these storage housing are just a result of doing this crafting recipe without a storage segment in it, or a storage component in it at all, or any storage size. No, right? So just an empty one creates an empty like sort of disk, and then you just place the storage segment you want in there and you get your disk. So that'll help us a little bit for now. The next thing I would like to make is a void portal. This dimension is from utility worlds, which we have just added. Takes 3 ender eyes. I made 4. Takes a book and quill. Might not have that. Okay, lucky. A couple diamonds and some obsidian. Now, where you put this, I think I can move it later, so it really shouldn't matter. I'm going to put you right here, though. It's red, it means it's void. Kind of a strange texture, to be honest. Right-click on it, and it should, now I've never done this, generate a void world. Look at that. We got some marble, some stone slabs, more stone slabs. Those look really cool, actually. These are interesting. Why is that happening, I wonder? Anywho, so yeah, we are in this lovely void dimension. It's always day with the sun locked at the zenith length. There will be no mob spawning. And all we have to do is right click on this to go back and forth. We should be able to move the overworld one, but not, I don't know that we're going to be able to move this. So it'll always set us into cheat mode, which is kind of annoying. Now what we have is a lovely 200 to 300 frames per second. Excuse me. And room to work without digging, and we're going to start to make this our home. The other thing that's nice about this is we are technically, I know that the mini-map text is hard to read for you guys. At least from what I've noticed, it's kind of hard to read. What we have going on here is a world that is technically an entirely a plains biome. Right? So yeah, it still says plains across this whole area. And I believe we're at like a 0-0 almost. Pretty close anyways. Part of the platform probably starts at 0-0. I mean, it's rough. It's in here. It's like right here-ish. Anyways, so pretty cool. We're going to start to do some work with that. And I wanted to show that off. And I'm going to start to move some stuff. I might have to make a test rect here. Oh, great. Thanks, world. Thank you very much. Come on back. Awesome. So that's the idea there. So we're going to take some of this. We're going to start to, I think I'm going to leave this structure here and leave this design concept behind. I have this feeling that maybe the multi-parts are not helping too much with my frames either. I've always suspected that, but I've never been able, like I don't, it's just one of those weird paranoid things. I don't think it actually does anything wrong. So I'm going to make a tesseract, and I'm going to start to move some machines and stuff over there. Possibly try and get the rest of our AE infrastructure up and running at the very least. Because if we're importing from an ender chest, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal to move some power that direction and start to rebuild AE over there. Alright, so we'll be right back. Alright, so I'm just going to make up a few electric diamonds here, finishing this up. And get out of the way from the lightning. I wonder if that would actually work in our new dimension. Oh well. Okay. Sure. lag. Then once I got these, I can use them to make some end forged yums. So we got there's a little hiccup here, like teleporting out of this place, but I've since figured it out, and I started to work on a new little platform over here, and I've moved the AE system. It's all good to go. Very temporarily, just throwing it down here. All right, so we're looking to make a new pick, which is going to be an end forged pick, and we just want to see how well this goes. It should be indestructible, actually. So we got endstone, obsidian, and endstone, obsidian. Our flawless calculator is set to dynamic crafting will do this for us very well. There's 3 end diamonds, and it actually does hold on to the items now, which is awesome. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, stick. Weird. I'm having some issues with my mouse. Alright, so this is all well and good, but we obviously need to go do some enchanting on this. Which makes it a very good thing that we have a new XP farm, or not new, I guess. We've had it for a few episodes, haven't we, guys? That we have an XP farm. Ooh, hand off the mouse, slapping it around. An XP farm that will provide us with lots of enchanting experience stuff. Huh. So let's go ahead and get a fluid pipe of some sort. This'll do. This ought to do. As is the nature with series, as you go, you make ideas and you develop plans and stuff, and they always end up changing as the world continues. As time rolls by. Calm down. And so in the new dimension, in the new base, we will be avoiding the mechanism fluid pipes, I believe. There'll be some instances where we'll be using them, but I'm going to try and avoid the constant use of mechanism pipes and switch to X Utilities system, because X Utilities is just the server friendliest in the land, and we have just swallowed up all of our XPs, haven't we? So our enchanting area is over here now, and functioning a lot better than it used to. What? You can't enchant these things? There's got to be a way to enchant these things. Let's go ahead and get us a book. Oh, poop. I forgot. Our system's gone. That's going to take some getting used to. So let's get a book. And then we'll head on back. I'm not really sure why I put this over here. And let's go ahead and enchant this book with none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. Efficiency, Silk Touch. I think that's all we're actually going to need. Yeah, I don't need any of this. Reaper, Reading, Last Stand. Oh, the only one we might want is actually, what's happening? Soulbound, to be honest. And then that should keep this on our person at all time. We have Soulbound, so I don't know if you guys remember watching Mech Station at all, but Soulbound was actually really hard to get. For whatever reason, the Advanced Enchanting mod now allows us to get Soulbound. Apparently some other people had some different experiences with that. They could always do it, I guess. Maybe I was just doing something wrong. Quite likely. Oh, yeah, poop. I didn't mean to come back here. Upstairs we go. Anvil. Let's try this. There we go. Enchantment cost 22. I happen to have 22 levels exactly. Woo! Okay. So we got Silk Touch. Got Soul Man. I don't think we need to worry about any of this right now. And we'll just keep you actually in our storage module. Good to go. And let's go see how fast this puppy works. In our pit. Oh, we lost our right click. Really, really fast. And it's invincible. So, Silk Touch, invincible. Works for me. Where's the chasm? Up we go! Okay. Back we go. We got us a new pick to start working on our new base. Okie dokie. I'm going to do some research as to whether or not I can actually move this. I'm going to do a set home V. Let's see what happens if I move this. So like here. Oh, did I crash the server? No, we're back. Oh, so we just end up back in the dimension where we wanted it. It's good to know that wherever this is where you will spawn in, and it is movable. The way this works is you get one dimension per person of each kinds of these things. So it doesn't matter. I don't know if it's actually per person, but it is per crafted thingy-mabobber. So it does seem to me like I'm glad I can move that, and they've thought this through real nice. So we're gonna make some changes to the way we do things here. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna start making this adjustment to extra utilities for a lot of stuff. And for that, I'm gonna need to start with some energy pipes, which means I have to get into the fanciness that is late game upgrades. So I know for a fact we'll need a couple stacks of redstone, which we have loads of. Excuse me. And we'll have some speed upgrades and some gold and breadfruit. Okay. So let's get that going. Oh, we have also added solar expansion. I knew there was one more thing that we added and I completely forgot what it was. Okay. Boom. Boom, not bad. Can we do this now? No, 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 I forgot. I got one more step. One more step. Oh, no, we'll get into that. We'll get into this. Don't worry. Three. Actually, we'll need another set of that, and then... because I want to make 4 of these. Like so. And we'll need a few transfer nodes, obviously. I have some transfer pipe right here. So we'll do energy pap. No, not pipe. We'll do transfer node. Got 4 of them. Now for this, we need a bedrockium ingot, which, if you look up bedrockium ingot, there's a couple ways to make them. There is the block of diamond with quadruple, 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 triple, 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 triple. That'll make 1. Or wait until you have a block of bedrockium, which you can get from smelting an octuple compressed cobblestone. So let's go see what our cobblegen's at and see if we can't make at least 1 bedrockium ingot. I forgot where our little thing was. All right, so our cobble mixer-upper thingy is right here. Why is this set to stone? Oh, man. I got all this stone that I don't need. Ender pouch will take care of our stone problem for us. Wow. Wow. Okay. So let's have a look. See, we got 3 septuple, couple of quintuple. And let's just double check this. Bedrock. Bedrockium ingot is blocks alive. 4 triples and 4 quadruples. What do we got here? There's a quintuple. There's 3 triples. So there's 4. And there's our quadrupled as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now all we need is the block of diamond and we'll be good to go. So all of our energy transfer is going to come from one place in our base. At least that's the goal. For right now, it's coming from our tesseract, and I'm going to have to move this in a brief second. I want to make some energy pipes as well, because these will inhibit items from looking to transfer down this path. So the cool thing about the energy transfer nodes is that, or the energy X Utilities energy handling system, is that they use the same pipe system as your items. So energy will transfer through item conduits, or energy item pipes, as well as energy pipes. But the item pipes won't look down energy pipe paths as valid locations for items to go. So if you have items zooming around your base, it's not looking there for them. So that's good. Let's have a look. See. Where's our diamonds at? We got 2,000. I can afford to make a block. Bedrockium. Boom, boom, boom. Let's have a look-see. All right. So, apparently I had another block in there already. There's my bedrockium, and you can see my POV change because carrying bedrockium is very, very, very heavy. And bada boom, we have a hyper energy transfer node. This is going to be our main man. This is going to hold 1,000,000 RF just like that. Wish I hadn't put it like that. Okay. So that's going to take care of that for us. Now we need to start building up our new main basey area, which is going to be more Tyrian blocks. You know, I love me my Tyrian blocks. I think they have a good design to them. But we're going to branch out from this a little bit. I need more of these. Yeah, we're just going to make a whole bunch of these. We'll pull up our module and bring our chisel back. That's not it. I'm kind of going for like a spacey, stationy, columny type place. I don't know how far this build is going to make it, but for starters, we're going to use these, actually, these default ones. That's all very gray, so I may be switching up some of this eventually. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that too big? We'll see. Yeah, that might be too big. We'll do 3. Huh. I wonder. I wonder. What's my haste on this right now? I'd figure that out and increase that. And we're just gonna go. I want an imbued tool. Okay, and then we'll do just the corners, like so. All right, and that'll be a nice round thing for us. Now, is 3 faces going to be big enough? I really don't think that it is, actually. I really don't think that it is. I might want an extra face on this, so... Sorry, Jen's gonna have to break you. And we'll go one further and see what happens. Stop that. Stupid machine. Okay, and then we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Perfect. Squarish circle. Ah! Okay. Now this big gray monstrosity is going to be the housing chamber for a lot of cables and things like that. For now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick with this build to the point that I want to, but I have a vision. We're going to see if it works. And we're already going to undo part of it because I would like... would really like these edges to be the blue ones, I think. This is all dark, actually. Let's change it. Let's go for some super contrast. Let's get some laboratory blocks. Don't have a whole lot of quartz to play with, so we'll have to get some more of that. Figure out a way of creating that actually would be real nice. Well, let's check something first. How do they look? 1, 2, 3. Okay. What about enameled wall? How do you look? Oh yeah, that's what we're going with right there. Yes, indeed. Okay. Turn you into some enameled wall as well. That'd be real nice. That might be a little too much, actually. That look better? Yeah, I think that looks better. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the edges of each wall thingy with enameled wall. Or enameled tile or whatever from laboratory blocks from chisel. And then we'll go with something fancy for somewhere else. But for now, we're going the gray, white, and blue. Wait. Like so. So, I'm going to spend some time building and we'll come back. Guys, so I think that we're about to call it for the day. And I just wanted to show you what progress I have made. So we're going to find a home for this eventually. For right now, though, I've brought this monstrosity into existence. Yeah, so I started to use... I don't know if we're going to keep this floor. I may change this up for the laboratory blocks. We'll see. Make an expansion from the Tyrian world of decoration. So we're using the... although we are using the Tyrian armor blocks. With this border here, we've swapped this out for laboratory blocks and moved the chunk loader down. We've got some elevators here for future use. Put our Tesseract right here. And we went ahead and slapped down the hyper energy transfer node right in the middle of our base, right there. And a stack of speed upgrades are just going to take the energy from the Tesseract to here, ASCAP. All right, and so here we've got a bit of stuff going on with our stuff. Good words, good English. And we're about to run out of channels, but I want to finish up these 2 drives so we have a nice wall of ME drives. Just right? And so for that, we'll use some dents and some P2P and stuff like that, and we'll be good to go. This wall of drives may change over time. Who knows? But either way, we got some stuff to get done. And I got to start moving some machines and different bits and bobs in here. I've got the manual machines going. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these to Elite or Ultimate Factories, whatever they're called. Keep them running good and strong. And then we'll actually add a Tesseract on the edge of our, we'll add another output port on our induction matrix on the other side, and we might even bring the matrix over here. I haven't quite decided yet. With the compact machine, if we slap the compact machine with, I want to say with a nether star, we should be able to pick it up, but I don't rightly remember. And so I'll have to do a bit of research on that to bring our power gen into this dimension. I want to start making less and less trips if I can. We'll eventually bring our farms in here, and if it begins to affect the FPS the same way it was before, then we'll move it back out again slowly and see what happens with that. So, until next time though, I'm Towsty. Hope you enjoyed checking out this new world with me. We're going to have to get some farms in here as it is always day, and even bring our salination towers. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a like or subscribe, and until next time, hang up your live quotes on the way up, and we'll see you then. Deuces!